A mother is certainly the most important human being in everyone's life. Mother's love for her child certainly cannot be compared with anything. A mother sacrifices her happiness for her child. No one else can care for their kid the way a mother does. So today I have come with such a beautiful poem on mother named Somebody's Mother, written by Mary Dow Brine. It is a beautiful poem depicting wonderful values of care and love for others. This poem shows how an old woman wearing a ragged clothes was standing at a crossing to go to the other side of the road. She was waiting for the traffic to stop so that she could safely go to the other side. So, was she able to cross the road, or was she just alone standing at the crossing? Let's see the poem. The woman was old and ragged and grey, and bent with the chill of a winter's day. The streets were white with the recent snow, and the woman's feet with age were slow. Here, in the first stanza, it tells that the woman was old with grey hair. She was wearing torn clothes. Her back was bent with the cold of winter's day. Her feet were slow due to the age, and the road was covered with the recent fall of the snow. Now let's see the next stanza. At the crowded crossing she waited long, jostled aside by the careless throng of human beings who passed her by, unheeding the glance of her anxious eye. This stanza tells us the woman, she was old, was waiting for a long time at the crowded crossing. The careless crowd pushed her aside, and many people just passed by without bothering about her anxiety. Let's see the next stanza. Down the street with laughter and shout, glad in the freedom of schools let out, came happy boys like a flock of sheep, hailing the snow piled white and deep. Past the woman so old and grey, hastened the children on their way. Now, in this stanza, it tells us that down the street, laughing and shouting, came a group of happy boys, glad that they were free from school. They looked like flock of sheep. They welcomed the snow which was piled white and deep. They went quickly on their way, and they just passed the old woman. Now let's see the next stanza. None offered a helping hand to her, so weak and timid, afraid to steer, lest the carriage wheels or the horse's feet should trample her down in the slippery street. In this stanza, the poetess is trying to explain that none of the boy offered her a helping hand. She was scared and weak. She was afraid to move on the slippery street because of the fear that she would be trampled either by the wheels of the carriages or the horses' feet. Let's see the next stanza of the poem. At last came out of the merry troop the gayest boy of all the group. He paused beside her and whispered low, "I'll help you across if you wish to go." Here, in this stanza, the poetess is trying to explain, finally, out of the happy group of children, the gayest boy came out. He paused near her and told her softly that he would help her cross the road and if she wished to go. Let's see the next stanza. Her aged hand on his strong young arm she placed, and so without hurt or harm he guided the trembling feet along, proud that his own were young and strong. Then back again to his friends he went, his young heart happy and well content. Now in this stanza, the poetess is trying to explain that the old woman, she placed her old hand on his strong young arm, and he guided her trembling feet along, without allowing her to be hurt or harmed. He was happy that his own feet were strong and young, After taking her cross, he went back to his friends, happy and content with what he has done. Let's see the next stanza. She's somebody's mother, boys, you know, for all she's aged and poor and slow. And everyone sometime may lend her hand to help my mother, you understand. If ever she's old and poor and grey, and her own dear boy so far away. In this stanza, the poet is explaining that the boy who helped the old woman explained to the other boys that the old lady was somebody's mother. And after all, even though she was now old and poor and slow, he hoped that someone sometime may lend a helping hand to his own mother if she became old, poor and grey, and he was far away. Let's see the last stanza. Somebody's mother bowed low her head in a home that night, and the prayer she said was, God be kind to the noble boy who is somebody's son and pride and joy. In the last stanza, it is beautifully explained that in the home, when the lady come back, the old lady who was somebody's mother bowed her head low and prayed, asking to God to be kind to that noble boy who was somebody's son and pride and joy. So that's all about the poem, wherein the poetess tells us that we should help others who are in need, and kindness is virtue. It multiplies and comes to us in one or the other way. So if you wish to get such more interesting poems, don't forget to press the red subscribe button and click on bell icon to receive the latest updates. Do like, share and comment the video. Thank you so much. Stay safe. Happy learning.